Hi, everybody. Hi, Marge, Buffy. Oh, here come my girls. Oh, well, I told him I was going to give about everybody about 10 minutes to get in, but wow, I don't think it's going to take 10 minutes. But if you guys can hang in there for about 10 minutes, we'll get started. Just want to give everybody an opportunity to head on here. Oh, Happy New Year to everyone. So while we're waiting, I want everybody to let me know what their current read is or what they're currently writing. Everybody start mingling and giving TBRs and stuff like that. Happy New Year, guys. I'm so excited. My husband had to come in here and try to calm me down. I was so excited. I'm not nervous in a, oh, I'm going to screw up kind of way. I'm nervous in a, it's like meeting your favorite celebrity. And just a person that has just got the biggest heart ever. And so, yeah. I'm good, Ashy. How are you all? Yeah, oh goodness. The Witch Collector by Clarissa. The Heartbreaker. Deviant King, or Deviant Knight. Ooh. No, writing, no title. Yep. I'm writing. I so want to show y'all. I already made the book cover. I already got the title. I already got the series name, but I'm trying to be quiet about it. Oh. I am reading. Y'all, you know me by now. I am absolutely horrible with names. I'm so bad with names, guys. It just came out. It just came out. Oh my gosh, I'm horrible. Anyways, it's a good book. It just came out. I'm all asking y'all what you're reading, and I don't even know what I'm reading. Yes, I'm so excited about Goodman's Rainstorm. I'm excited for my daughter to read it. He is so dang nice. Whew. He is. I'm excited. Been preparing it all day, meditating. I'm trying not to study too much, like on the questions I'm going to ask and stuff like that, because I want to kind of just let it be low-key. Oh, thank you. I looked up colors for brunettes to wear, and they said gem colors. So sapphire, emerald, ruby. I didn't know that. I'm really into dark colors like black and stuff like that, and that's actually not good for brunettes to wear, so... Good. I hope y'all are liking the backgrounds. I did a TikTok live earlier to see what people thought of the background. This way also my husband can come in the background if he needs to, and he's not bothering me or anything like that. Tripped by Love. Hey, Sam. Yeah, we're gonna give him, gosh, guys, 11 people already, and it's only been 3 minutes. I think maybe I overshot for 10 minutes, but if you guys can hang in there. You need a new border. Right, I know. I wear dark colors. Now, the good thing is I wear a lot of Dallas Stars, which is green, so that's okay. Y'all are making me feel like I'm really bad. I need to find what I'm reading. I gotta go to my list. Where's my list? It just came out, and I've been waiting for this book forever. I honestly forgot it was even coming out. But I love the series. The Benedetti. It's the Benedetti crime family. Somebody help me out. Pop quiz. What's the Benedetti crime family? Books. Who can help me? Bookish. I think it was you that actually promoted it, wasn't it? No, I'm sorry. I'm so wrong. It's not Benedetti. Bookish. Weren't you the one that oh my gosh. I'm so awful, you guys. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm so silly. I'm telling you guys, I'm like one nerve away from just freaking out. All right, let's go to my books. Here we go. I have Goodreads, guys. Duh. I know it is. I'm so excited. Oh, there it is. Belladonna. Sorry, Belladonna. Scarred Regrets. A dark mafia romance. It's about Irina and Scar. So I'm reading that one, and Scar is breaking my heart. Yeah, I think it was you, Bookish, wasn't it? That Scarred Regrets. Yep. We've been waiting for this one for a while, guys. It finally came out. So I would invite him early, but I don't want to be rude. I told him 8:10, so I don't want to be rude. But you guys just hang in there with me, okay? I should have known that it would have filled up fast. So, yeah, I thought it was you. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. So, like I said, as of right now, I don't believe I'll be taking viewer questions, but you know, if we get into the flow and it happens, it happens. So if for some reason you're asking me a question and I'm not answering, I'm obviously focusing on him. So I've been on Instagram for probably less than a year. I published my first novel. This is the one I created when I was indie. I did that. All this was me. Like, I did everything. I did the book cover. I did everything. I did that February of last year. I was in my car during the Texas freeze doing my promos. I took it off the market because me and my editor did not agree on the things that I took out. She suggested I took out, so I took it off the market, kind of revamped the book, put my voice back in it, and then at that same time, a publisher contacted me wanting to publish the books, and so we redid it and re-released it back in May. So I really didn't get started on Instagram until about February, so it's almost been a year. I've met so many amazing people. I don't have a lot of followers by Instagram standards, but that's what I love, because I vet my followers. If you follow me, I check your profile, make sure you're legit. Because you all know there's trolls out there. I think a couple of you authors have had to take a break, or a couple of you bookstagrammers have had to take a break because you're getting a lot of people like trashing you or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, anybody who's coming on, I think I told y'all in my reel that I was going to give about 10 minutes for everybody to get on, so only a couple more minutes. And we'll get him on, as long as my phone doesn't overheat, which is already getting pretty hot. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We're going to think positive. Yeah, I got a couple of those work. My point of all that is during that process of meeting incredible people, I met Andrew. I actually found him through, I don't even remember the complete story, but I found Wonder Aguiar Photography first. Saw Andrew's photos, thought he was really good. I mean, his pictures were extraordinary. So I messaged him, oh, love your work, never expecting a reply. And he replied like that. And ever since, we've grown a friendship, and it's been history since then. You got your medicine, babe?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go grab it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start the process of seeing if he can get on. I am new to this, guys, so I will invite him on in just a minute. There we go.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
how are you?
Going. All
Happy
right.
New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for coming on. I was just talking to him about kind of how I, quote unquote, met you. I was going through Wonder's portfolio, and I think I messaged you, love your work, never expecting a reply, but you were kind enough to answer, and that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, everybody, Andrew Biernat, cover model, actor. I'm sure y'all have seen some of his screen tests that I've put on my profile many, many, many times. Very honored to have him on with me. And funny story is when I first ever got on Instagram, completely blind to what Instagram really was here for, I got a notification that Andrew was on live. So I click on it and I see some dude on a karaoke mic in his kitchen with a girl next to him doing a design project, and he's just singing, and I'm like, okay, who is this guy, and is this what Instagram is used for?
Well, I don't know if I'm using it properly, but that's what I use it for.
Well, it works. So, but then I just kept getting the notif and kept watching, and I just would be like, okay, this is who he is. Okay.
Yes, poor Michelle. She's the one that gets the butt end of everything too. So
Yeah, she takes it with a grain of salt. You can tell she's just like, I love this guy.
she's a good sport. No, she puts up with me. So.
Well, again, thank you for coming on. I know there's a lot of excited people on here. I think I've never made it past 4 live people on here with me, so they're all here for you, Andrew. So, but I know you're a busy guy, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I told them if we get a chance, maybe a couple of questions from them, but we'll see how things go. So just let us know if you need to head off. But so could you tell us a little bit about yourself, like how you got started in whatever did the acting come first or did the modeling come first? What kind of came first?
Well, so originally, I'm just gonna kind of give you like the gist, I guess. So I'm originally from Spokane, Washington, and I was a weird kid. I was really into like characters, and when I say like I didn't just dress up, like I would be dressed up for like a year of like whatever character I was into at that time. But like I was super into like Peter Pan, and I'm not kidding you, I wore a Peter Pan costume for like an entire year. And then somehow that transitioned into like leprechauns, and then I wore this like St. Patrick's Day leprechaun hat for like a year, and I wanted to watch anything with leprechauns in it, which is super weird. And then then I was super into Michael Jackson for a while, and I'm just the pictures my mom has they're insane, and don't show those to anybody. My mom was always the one that kind of pushed. She's like, you should get into acting or something, because that's just I would be these characters, and I would never break character. I would just wear these costumes and pretend like I was them. But then when I was about 9 or 10, I started skateboarding, and I was pretty shy growing up. Not around my family, but like just outside of that, I was really shy. And skateboarding was something that I kind of like, I got really good at, and that kind of gave me this confidence. And I skated up until I was like, I tore my ACL and my MCL and all of that when I was, I think, 24, I believe. But up until that point, like I gained this confidence that I never really had. And skateboarding was brought me to California. So I started writing for a skateboard company in San Diego, and they asked me to move down there to film a video part. And so that is what brought me to California. And I was down there I moved down there in 2016. And I think we filmed for like a year or two, and then I ended up blowing my knee out. And I stayed down there because I felt like I would be a failure if I went back home with my tail between my legs. But I decided to stay, and then I started bartending and serving and doing that whole thing, which I met a lot of great people that I'm still friends with today. And so I started doing that, and I was kind of trying to figure out like what my interests were and like what I was gonna do, because I just felt so lost because I dedicated so much of my life to skateboarding, and then having that taken away, I was like, I felt lost in this world. And then I knew a kid that I worked with that was taking this acting class, and every time I talked to him, I was like, God, I should do that, but I was like so terrified to actually pull the trigger on something that I once thought was something I could possibly do. Um, so yeah, I started taking an acting class in San Diego. And during that time, I was bartending an event in La Jolla. It's like a private birthday party. And Wander and Andre were guests at that party.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and so Andre actually came up to me first, and he asked me for a beer, of course, and then he was like, have you ever thought about modeling, or like, do you model? That's, I think, what he first asked me. And I was just like working, and I was like, oh no, I didn't think about that. And he was like, I want you to meet somebody. And then he had Wander come up to me, and Wander was acting all cool, and he was like, gave me his card, and he was like, he's like, give me a call and we could set up a shoot. He was like, I really like your look. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. And the person that got me that job, he came up to me after, because he was one of the guests at the party, and he was like, those guys are he was like, Wander's a really big fashion photographer. He's like, definitely call him, because I didn't know anything, and I wasn't sure what he was all about. But yeah, I made that, and we set up a shoot, like I think a couple days after that. And from that shoot, like I think he sold like two or three photos for book covers, and then that's pretty much the rest of the history after that. So
So what made you take that step into auditioning and everything like that? Is it just the classes? Because you would never know, honestly, that you were ever terrified of any of that or anything. So
yeah. Well, I didn't even get representation for acting for like 2 years or so after that. So like I just was taking classes consistently. And then I was just doing a lot of modeling and stuff. And I remember, I forget what year this was, but I mean, after shooting with Wander and building a portfolio with them, I got signed with several modeling agencies. And I was kind of like taken back by that. I was like, oh, holy shit, like maybe there's something here, I guess, something I could be doing. And I always wanted to one of the main things too why I wanted to skateboard was because like when you're like a professional skateboarder, you do a lot of traveling for filming and stuff. And so growing up in Spokane, and like none of my family really left Spokane. Everyone kind of stayed there. They're all there. I always wanted to travel, and so like I thought my ticket was skateboarding, and that's how I was going to see the world. And once modeling took off, I was like, I was booking jobs all over the place, and I was getting all these opportunities. And then I got to live in Milan for 4 months.
wow.
Yeah, so I was there for 4 months, which was insane. And then I also did Beijing Fashion Week. I'm so bad with dates, by the way. Like all of this is like I remember everything, but I don't remember what time it took place. Everything's just a blur, but it's been like a crazy whirlwind of just like all these amazing experiences and people I've got to meet along the way. So, yeah, I don't even remember what the question was, but it's been crazy. It's been a crazy journey.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, awesome. Well, I know that the most recent one that hasn't come out is the Eileen Warnes American Boogie Woman, which I'm sure everybody knows who Eileen is and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so I watched that, and that was a very interesting take. I like how the director, you're kind of upset at the beginning, but then at the end you're like, I see where he was going. And so I think you did a really good job, and you played your part very well. So what is your ultimate goal? Is it to stick with the modeling and do the acting as well, or is it you wanting to go mainstream acting, or have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, no, ultimately, like I want to be acting. That's where I find like that's where I want to be. I love modeling, and I love all the people that I've got to meet in it. But it's gotten to a point for me now. It's like, it's not, I mean, modeling is more of just like, it's kind of where I make all my income too. So it's not something that I can really turn down because I'm not making a living off acting.
Right.
I've been very fortunate these past, especially since COVID started. I've been very fortunate. Like, that's kind of when I started booking stuff, which is weird to think about.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I was auditioning for like 2 years straight, not booking anything, for acting, but just auditioning in itself is it's a very hard thing. It's once you book the job, that's great, but like the whole auditioning part is like another feat in
Right.
itself. It's a different world, but God, my brain right now is like I'm like thinking of a million things right now. But yeah, so back to what you just asked. Acting is where I want to be. I want to be doing that. I would love to be doing that full time. Like, it'd be awesome to be on a show as a regular and I get to work every day, and just perfect my craft. But for now, right now, it's just I'm auditioning. I'll book something here and there, and then modeling is kind of where I'm paying my bills with. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all enjoying that.
Yeah.
So you've and I guess for all the young pups, not a lot of them know who Fabio is, but I'm sure you do, being in the industry. So, gosh, months back, Andrew officially exceeded Fabio's numbers in cover being on the cover of romance books. Fabio was the end all be all of romance novel model. And so that was months back. I watched that interview where you had exceeded his numbers. So, and I told everybody that you may not know his name right now, but you will recognize his face. And people just started exploding, just so excited. So they definitely know you. But what would you say is your most interesting quirk?
I was talking about this with Michelle because I was like, I don't know why this kind of stumped me, but we both agreed on I'm like a clean freak, like OCD clean freak. I like everything in its place, and if I wake up in the morning and the house is kind of messy, it's like that's the first thing I need to do before I leave to like the gym or something. I need to clean the house. And Michelle is completely opposite of me. She's organized, but she's like a messy organized. She likes, yeah, and she likes to leave a trail of destruction in her path when she's working. So it's like I'm behind her picking up her stuff while she's working. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I guess in 3 words, would that be part of the 3 words you would describe yourself?
The 3 words that I would describe myself, silly, stupid, and smart. A mixture of that. Michelle always says, she's like, you are really smart, but you just do stupid stuff. So.
Yeah. I see. I can understand that. I've been there, done that. So, well, I mean, do you get a lot of your fans trying to contact you or supporting you? I mean, do you feel that they do that a lot for you?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that reach out to me, especially in the like romance book community. I get a lot of people that will reach out, but everybody's so nice, like, and that's like the majority of people that will contact me. But like occasionally here and there, I get like weird. If anyone ever says anything about Michelle or like my family, that's kind of like I don't say anything back. I'll block them if they say anything mean about my family or Michelle. But that's every blue moon. That's very rare. But for the most part, everyone's super nice, and I try to message everybody back that messages me, like especially if they're saying something really sweet. But sometimes it gets hard, especially on days when like a lot of people are coming through the messages, and like I'm sitting there trying to give each person a little bit of time just to show my appreciation for them being so nice. But yeah, I mean, everyone's great in the romance community for sure.
Awesome. How do you deal with the possible like emotional and mental impact of, preparing for a shoot or an audition? I know some of the stuff you sent or have posted is either like I said, that Joker one was very intense for me, and
Yeah.
just watching your work, it affects me. So I can't imagine what the impact is on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, well, I'll start with like modeling. Modeling is, I, it can be very draining because when you go onto like the set and there's a photographer and there's could be a handful of people just being there. I kind of treat it like a stand-up comedy like bit or something. Like I show up on set and I try to give them what they hired me for, but in between shooting, I'm like, I pretty much see like how I can make everybody laugh on set, and that's kind of just how I go about it now when I'm doing any type of modeling work, which could probably come off as unprofessional, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're not doing brain surgery. It should be fun, I think. So that's kind of how I go about getting ready for modeling. Like I just prepare myself that I'm going to be tired afterwards. And, yeah. And for acting, you try to do all the work you can, like, especially like obviously memorizing your dialogue, getting yourself in that headspace of whatever the character is supposed to be. For the stuff that I've actually, like the professional work I've booked so far, it hasn't been too strenuous on me. Like the characters I was playing, they weren't like, I didn't have to dive too deep to play them, like for Eileen Warnos, I was playing like the supportive boyfriend. So I tried to just bring myself into that character as much as I can. The Joker thing you were talking about, that actually here by myself filming that monologue, and all I had was like my ring light and the whole apartment was dark. And I remember like I was trying to get to a crazy place, and like by the end of that, like it felt like I broke a blood vessel in my face from like trying to do the laughing thing at the end. But I mean, I don't know. It's fun. It's mainly fun for me. It's not like, because we're just pretending. So yeah. I mean, I know that there's some actors that can go so deep, and I can understand why that can be draining. But I haven't really had to experience that in any of my work, other than like acting class too. Like if I ever have to deal with like a very emotional scene, like I was just working on something in class. I was playing a character that was a drunk driver and he killed two brothers, and that actually reading it's a monologue, and doing that, memorizing that dialogue, I didn't get too emotional trying to memorize it, but when I performed it 2 weeks ago in class before we took the holiday break, my grandparents passed away in a drunk driving accident, and as I was reading it in class, I pictured myself talking to my dad as like that drunk driver, like trying to make amends. And I try not to bring up real issues that happen to me in my work, because that can be really draining. And I've been working with the Meisner technique, and they focus more on just like imagining the circumstances and not pulling from real life stuff.
Okay.
Which is less draining for sure. But I did that, and that really that sucked. That wasn't fun. But it was truthful in the moment, and that's what you kind of seek, I guess, when you're doing anything. You're trying to be truthful in the moment, So I'm not 100% for pulling from the past, but if it brings out a really good performance, I'm not also necessarily against it, I guess.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So with that, you were talking about the Meisner technique and everything. What would you, for someone who wants to break into this, whether it be modeling or acting, what would be your advice for them? That you got your stereotypical, don't give up, whatever it may be, but what would you, going through the things that you've learned and the process that you've gone through, what would you advise or support them?
I mean, if they want to get into acting, always recommend get into a class. And because it's just a never ending learning. Like I'll always be in a class, even if I end up making it and I'm working every day, I'm going to try to be in a class at least once or twice a week. Because this is not a craft that you're like, oh, I got it, I'm good. You're always going to be learning, and you're always going to be changing. And so my first thing I would say is get into an acting class. Get into an acting class. See if you even want to do it, because sometimes after really trying to do the work, you're like, this is not what I want to do, you know. But and then also don't just go to one acting class and be like, okay, this is it. Like, there's so many different techniques and there's so many great teachers. Like, audit a class, see if that teacher speaks to you, and if you find something that you like that they're saying, then take the class. And you don't have to be in there forever. Be in there for a year and then go to another class that has a different technique. That's what I've all the teachers I've been working with over the course of since I've been acting, they've all taught different techniques. So I've worked with the method technique, that it's you do pull from real experiences and you really try to believe that you're that person. And that can be draining, but I think I learned things from that I will use. I'll put that in my toolbox and I will use that if necessary, you know.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, thank you. So for us authors out there that would one day want you to grace our book covers, what is probably your favorite that you've seen you on? I know you've been an MC, a motorcycle club guy, you've been a mafia guy, which you're like the king of mafia, I swear, cover photos, been the lover boy, the sweet guy. So what do you kind of have an idea of, I don't know, what trope of the romance that you tend to like a little bit more when you see it?
I think Wander always does a really good job at making his models look good. I'm gonna give him a lot of credit for that. I think some of the most fun shoots that I've done have been with Michelle. You know, and we've been on a couple covers, but I think I don't ever like picking out one author in particular, because I don't want to single out all the amazing authors that I've worked with, and there's some that I'm really good friends with. So but I'm gonna do this. Pure Seduction by Ella Frank.
Okay.
Have you seen that? So that cover of Michelle and I, that's one of my favorite pictures of us. So
yeah, it's gorgeous. It definitely is.
And Michelle read it too. Michelle read that one. She also read Underboss by Kristen Proby. Yeah. So, and I feel bad because I don't read any of the books. Not that I don't want to. It's hard for me to sit down and read, you know. I'll do it before bed, but I'll fall asleep after one chapter. So it takes me forever to finish a book. I listen to a lot of books on podcast or on Audible, but it takes me a while to actually sit down and read a book. So I'm gonna have Michelle read them all, and then she can tell me about them.
Well, in that case, what book is on your nightstand?
It's a very long title. I'm on Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Yeah. Dispenza or Dispenza, I can't pronounce his last name. And I'm on the third chapter, and it's a lot, you know. I don't know. I think one of the chapters is called The Quantum of You. It's pretty much changing your brain patterns and
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. That I try to read a lot of self-help books, I guess, too. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading, and it puts me to bed fast, because half the stuff I'm reading, I'm I don't know what he's saying. But I'm trying.
You read when you wake up, right? Gotta reread. Yeah. So if there was a book, your favorite book or whatever book was made into a movie, and you got to be the lead character, what would that be?
Okay, well, this one was already made into a movie, but this is a book that I've read multiple times, American Psycho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Oh my gosh, I could see that. Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I don't want them to remake the movie because Christian Bale killed it. Like he was amazing in it. And if let's just say if I ever was cast to play him in a movie, I would ruin the movie and everyone would hate me. But I heard that they're making it into a TV show or a series, and
Wow.
it would be cool just to audition for it. I wouldn't ever expect to get that, but if I could get the opportunity to go into the room and audition, um, that would seriously be amazing. I would have a lot of fun. So
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the one thing you want people to know about you and your work? Is there anything coming up that you can talk to us about, or is there anything you want us to know?
um well, so the Christmas movie that I did this past year was supposed to come out December 2nd, and then they ended up pushing it to this coming Christmas or 2022. So I was bummed that they ended up deciding not to release it this Christmas because I told like my entire family about it and they were looking forward to watching it. And then I looked like a liar and they're like, we don't believe that you were in a Christmas movie. Oh, no, but so that will be coming out this next Christmas. Um, and I did an HBO show called Minx. It's on HBO Max, and I play like a very small supporting character. I mean, I'm in episode. I don't even know if I could say all this. I'm in one episode, and it's just a small speaking role, but it was a lot of fun, and I got to work with some really talented actors. And that's kind of it on the acting front. I've been auditioning so much, and yeah, but if yeah, I don't know.
So we have your got that one.
Hmm.
He's on Luscious, which this is an amazing magazine. I've never heard of this magazine until I met Andrew. Wonderful
Yeah.
magazine. Some very incredible photographers. This one is Gaston McGarry.
Yes.
And then for our charity, the pups.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got that. And of course,
Thank you
Andrew,
for getting that.
Mr. December.
Yeah.
He didn't even know you was December.
I didn't. Well, Wander doesn't tell me anything. I text
Oh.
him and he doesn't respond to me. I'm kidding. No, but yeah, they really don't. They keep me in the dark until everything's out, and then someone messages me about it, and then they're like, "Oh, we thought you knew," and I'm like, "Well, you didn't tell me." So yeah.
Okay. Well, Andrew, I want to thank you so much for being on. Guys, make sure you follow him. Keep track of all his work. Like I said, he posts a lot of his screen testing and stuff like that. And it's not just modeling he does. Some of the acting has, like I said, brought me to tears and also freaked me out with some of them. So, but he's an incredible person. You and Michelle both have been so supportive, whether you know it or not. You've been very supportive of me. Even my husband adores you, and so it's
Tell
been.
him I said hello.
I will. He's probably on. So, I appreciate you being on, giving me this honor. 2,000 doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm very happy to be able to celebrate it in this way. So I appreciate it for you coming.
The honor is all mine. Thank you for having me. And I'm not in any rush, so if you wanted to take questions too,
Okay.
but
this
is up to you.
No, it's fine. I'm sure people have plenty of questions. All right, guys. So per Andrew, this is your opportunity. Go ahead and start filling out the questions. Well, what do we got? Now they're probably all going to panic and be like, oh. And I told them, don't do it unless I ask. Don't do it unless I ask. But yeah, so how is Michelle doing? I know she just recently graduated, correct? Or not recently, but
yeah, this past summer, but they did the graduation ceremony not too long ago just because of COVID and stuff. But yeah, she graduated. She's doing good. She's not working right now because of like the green card stuff, but we just got we just got a date for us to take the interview process stuff. So hopefully we can get all this going before the wedding in July in Sweden. We want to figure out all the green card stuff so that way she can come back home with me and not get stuck in Sweden.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm up where I'm supposed to be. Got like tons of people joining on here. So I'm telling you, I get 4 without you, Andrew. Now I get like too many. Oh, do you think about ever being a audiobook narrator?
I would do it for sure if someone asked me to.
I know we need more good out there.
Yeah. I would do it.
All right, let's see. Pull a question up. Have you ever thought of, oh, she already did that one. Man, a lot of people were asking about narrating. I think they like your voice there, Andrew.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I know. I need you to do Caleb.
I'll do it.
I know.
Don't joke with me. I'll do it.
I'm telling you. I told my publisher if it ever gets made into the movie, I already got my Caleb ready. So don't even try to hide it. So
I'm gonna hold you to that. At least an audition. That's all I ask. To at least let me try to prove myself.
Somebody's asking you to sing. Let's not put him on the spot unless he's.
I'm still kind of hoarse from being sick, so I don't think it's gonna be. Yeah, I went to my gym today because no one's there ever. And I tried to get a workout and it was a mistake. I feel kind of crappy afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, the flu, right?
What was that?
The flu, right?
Yeah.
Just fashion.
Yeah.
And somebody asked, let's see, Margarita, asked on the video posted with yourself on the rooftop dancing, how high were you up? It freaked her out.
Not that high. I mean, the back end of that, there was like a lower level. I'm like, I mean, I'd break my ankle if I fell, but I wouldn't die. I would be okay if I fell.
And then Michelle would be, I told you so, right?
Yeah.
Like a parent, I told you so. All right. Ted Wold says, how have auditions changed in the past year with all the stuff going on?
Ted is my teacher. Ted's my acting teacher. Yeah. How have auditions changed? So I mean, now everything is self-tape. So instead of going in person and meeting people and actually performing in front of them, now you will get you'll get your lines and a little character description, and then you have as many times to record it, and then you submit that. So you don't have to waste as much gas now, which is nice, but you don't get that opportunity to meet the casting directors, and you get to perform in front of a live audience. You don't get that anymore, which can take the edge off, but sometimes doing that you can find a different way to kind of do the scene when you have real people that you're interacting with, so that, yeah, everything is self-tape now.
And we have Buffy is asked, are you going to do more photo shoots with Michelle? Is she planning on being on any more covers with you or anybody?
Yeah. So I wanted her to come with me the last time I was in Vegas, but we couldn't find anyone to watch the animals. Right. But we're definitely going to be planning a trip, hopefully in the coming months. And she is going to come with me. So yeah, we'll do more shoots together for sure.
Okay. And for Larius, favorite short film you've been on? Have you been on any short films?
Yeah, I've done a lot. Not all of them are great, and when I say that, I mean like my performances. Everyone else is great in it. Probably one of the more fun ones that I did was called Serial Killer. and I played a police officer, or yeah, a detective, and I get sliced open with a samurai sword like halfway through it. So that was fun. I had a lot of fun.
All right, serial killer.
Yeah.
Someone's asking to see Ellie. Or Ella.
They want to see her. They want to
Yeah.
see Ellie. She's
Brandon Jameson.
here. Hold on a second. Let me grab her. Ellie, hey baby. She's. I'm gonna grab her. They want to see her. Alrighty. She's gonna be grumpy because she was just napping.
There she is. There she is, guys.
Hey.
One of the blonde beauties of the family.
She's freaking out. Hey, say hi. Yeah, she's so mad at me right now. She was like, I was sleeping. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl.
Alrighty.
And then how did you, I believe I remember how you guys met, but how did you and Michelle meet?
So we met, we met April 2019 LA Fashion Week, and she was actually like assisting one of the designers at the show, but we briefly met. I think the first thing I said to her was I asked her to hold my phone because I was waiting in line for one of the designers. We were about to walk out like on the runway, and I handed her my phone and I said, "Can you hold my phone? I have to go." I was like, "If anyone asks, I'm going pee," because I had to go pee, and I ran to the restroom, and that was like the first thing I think I said to her. But yeah, we never really talked after that. That was just our first encounter. And then our first date was February 8th. What year was that? Was I'm so bad with numbers and dates.
Yep.
But yeah, February 8th, 2020. 2020. She's like glaring at me. Was our first date. We went on a hike. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty recent. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
And then
you know.
Right, exactly. And then what are the meanings of some of your tattoos? That we know we've seen some of them. What are some of the meanings? You know, if they're personal, obviously you don't have to tell us.
No. I'm the exact opposite of the person that's like, this tattoo means this, and that all my tattoos are stupid. I regret all of them. But so this is a Thrasher tattoo under this arm. It's a Thrasher tattoo. I got that. It's a skateboard magazine, if you know what Thrasher is. I think I got that for my 21st birthday or something, or I think 21st birthday. I don't know why I did it, but I did. And then this tattoo under this arm is a Black Sabbath tattoo. Which I also wish I didn't get, but I love Black Sabbath. I listen to them all the time. But when Ozzy was with them, not when Dio joined, I don't consider that Black Sabbath anymore. But
yeah, I agree.
But and then, God, this one's so stupid. The one on my shin, it says "Rest in Piss." It's a stick and poke that my buddy Keaton gave me when we were drinking, and I think I was like 18 or 19 when I did that. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And then I have 2 tattoos on my leg that I gave myself that are really bad. Yeah, and they're so stupid, and and I'm sure you guys have maybe seen them in photos, but I do a really good job at hiding them with how I position myself. They're so stupid, but I have to live with this every day. Every time I see it, I'm just like, God damn it.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys.
I can't even get into what they mean. They're just so dumb.
I thought my tramp stamp was bad. The typical 18 butterfly tramp stamp. I thought that was bad. Oh man. Oh God. And I got that covered with a boulder. So.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, sorry. All right. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you do because I look at them. I'm like, oh, those are really cool. Those go well with the whole biker. Yeah, I wouldn't think rust in peace because oh, good grief.
Yeah. Mm,
But I figure I know nothing about art. I can't draw, so I just get other people's artwork on me.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm always curious about everybody's tattoos. But oh my gosh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that is.
I always wanted to I remember when I was like 18 and 19, I wanted to have like full sleeves.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm glad I didn't do that because I changed my mind so much. I would have just been like, why did I get this? Why did I get that? Because I'm already doing that and I can cover all these with clothes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in my line of work, I'm naked half the time. So, but yeah, I wish I didn't get any tattoos. But again, they're stories and experiences, I guess. Whenever I get with my friends and they talk to me about the 2 tattoos on my legs, we laugh about it. They're so stupid. So yeah.
Oh, good grief. Okay, sorry. I gotta go. Well, oh goodness, sorry. So I saw the recent one. The photo of you, Pat, and who was the female on that one? It was you and Patrick, and there was a female. Who was that?
I'm not sure. I'd have to see the photo. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I
Most
don't
recent.
know.
That's very,
I should know.
very nice.
Oh,
I wish I were able to show it.
maybe where I'm on the top part. I think that was Megan. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say I think her name was Megan, but Wander's
And I
gonna.
have to ask, how is Pat in person? Because I watch his too, and
Oh, super nice, super nice. Everybody that Wander works with. I mean, for the most part that I've met. I haven't met everybody that he works with, obviously, but most of the guys I've met, everyone's super nice, and a lot of those guys too. Not Pat, but like there's like a handful of guys that I actually introduced to Wander.
oh,
So, but yeah, no, he has a good pick of people. They're not just pretty faces; they're all super nice people too. So
yeah, I've come to that. Brady, Donut Dude, is obviously what me and my daughter call him, Donut Dude. Brady, and
yeah.
obviously. So, Bob Anderson asked, was it difficult to pose naked for the first time, and what was your family's reaction?
No, I've always been pretty comfortable with my body, so I mean, I was more worried about what my dad was gonna probably say, but they're just happy that I'm doing well and I'm able to support myself and yeah, I don't know. I've never been one to like really let them dictate what I do. Like I think the most I've ever gotten from especially my dad was like with skateboarding. He was like, there's no future in that. Like, what are you going to do when you're 30? And I was like, I'm going to skateboard forever. And, I got more shit about wanting to skateboard than I did when I started modeling and acting. Like modeling, my dad was like, well, what are you going to do when you're 40? And he was actually one that like was really pushing. He's like, you should really go after the acting. He's like, because you'll have a lifelong career with that. If you make it in the industry. But yeah, my family been super supportive of me, so I'm very lucky in that aspect.
Well, and somebody asked a good question. With your skateboarding experience, do you feel that would help with, like, if you were to perform an action role? Like, are you interested in doing stuff like that, stunts, action, martial arts kind of stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely like, I don't know if I'd be able to do the skateboarding things that I once did because I was like jumping down really big stairs and like grinding handrails and stuff. I don't want to do that anymore because I've literally broken every bone in my body. And I'm feeling all that. I'm 30 now and like my mom would always tell me, she's like, you're gonna have arthritis, and I was like, oh no, I'm not. And now I'm like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, my back hurts, my ankle hurts. But yes, I would love to do, like, I would like to do as many of my own stunts as possible. But at the end of the day, that I'm not a stunt man, and I don't want to take away another person's job either on set. My job would be acting. Anything I can do to where I'm not going to get injured, and then delay shooting, and we're gonna have to wait a month for me to heal. But
Right.
anything with like anything I can do, like those pretend fight scenes, like I'm game for that, of course. But yeah.
Okay. So speaking of those action scenes, I know you're a fan. What do you think about the new Matrix? Come on.
I'm so I'm disappointed actually in it. I don't. Are you too? Did you like the previous ones? Okay.
I love the previous one. Yeah.
Yes, so the first three I loved. I know some people didn't like Reloaded and the third one, but I loved them. I thought they were awesome. This one just felt like they changed the fact that like Neo was the one. Like I don't know. It just it didn't feel like Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched it. There was some moments where I was like, oh, that's cool, but I didn't enjoy Mr. Smith really. Like, I just wish they would have brought back the original Mr. Smith because he was awesome. And I just felt like they were joking the whole time. I felt like everything was a joke, which I'm like always game for, like anything that's comedic, but it didn't work for the Matrix for me because I always thought the Matrix, like I took it like it's like serious and
it was more mind-bending. And yeah, this time it didn't seem as mind-bending. Like I wasn't confused. If I'm not confused with the Matrix, something's not right, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Keanu Reeves. But yeah, I knew you were a fan of his and the Matrix and stuff. So I wanted to kind of get your take. Yeah, but yeah, I'm there with you. I am excited about John Wick 4. To see that coming out. So
didn't they push that to 2023?
Yeah, they. Unfortunately, everything is. So yeah. But hey, we're hoping to see you soon.
Hopefully,
Well, somebody asked, are you up for a Hallmark movie? Since you do romance covers.
I'm up for anything, any type of acting work. I mean, I've auditioned for a couple Hallmark movies. But yeah, I mean, at this point of like my, if you could call it a career, at this point, you just audition and you just try to get any experience that you can, It's a lot of people think that you can pick and choose at this point, but if you don't have any connections in the industry and you don't know anybody and you're just starting from scratch, like you have to put in that work of just auditioning and auditioning and auditioning until someone's like, I'm going to give this person a chance. But even then you get a chance and you're like, whoa, okay, maybe things are going to change. And you're like, nope, you still are going to be auditioning and auditioning. So until you do something really big that gets people's attention, it's just hard. It's a hard industry, but I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy auditioning, thankfully. I couldn't imagine being in this industry and not enjoying auditioning, because if you didn't, like, I that's what I'm mainly doing. I'm auditioning more than I'm acting on a set. So
right. Well, and for us authors out there, since I know you don't get a chance to read too much, or when you do, obviously you don't read the romance, but what captures you? What about an author's work captures you and keeps you reading? For our fellow authors out there, that are starting out. I know a lot of people are lost and don't know how, don't know what they need to be writing to market, at the same time keeping their soul in the book. So what would you say keeps you reading a book?
One that doesn't make me fall asleep. No, I honestly, I don't know. I feel like mostly all the things I've been reading and listening to are like, they're all either about acting, or like I read When You Were Two by Anthony Mindel. He was a teacher. He owns multiple acting studios like all over the world. It's Anthony Mindel's Actors Workshop, and I went to that school before the pandemic pretty much. Like up until everything started shutting down, I was there for like almost, I think a year almost. But he's written 2 books, and the first one is mainly about acting, and then the second one that I just finished this like a month or so ago. It's about it. The chapters are split up throughout his life, and that was a book that, like, when I started reading it, I was like, oh wow, I read like 5 chapters, and it felt like I was reading for 10 minutes. If I can find a book that does that, that's all I look for. Like usually I can tell in about the first like couple pages to the like first chapter if I'm not like zoned out, or if I can't even tell how long I've been reading, that's a good sign. But if I'm like dozing off, or if I'm like looking like how much have I read already, like I'm keeping track, that's probably that's a bad thing. But it's not that I don't like reading. It's just I'm not good about like picking reading material. It feels like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. But maybe I need to just pick up one of the romance books, because Michelle loved she's already read like 4 or 5, and she seems very entertained. So maybe I need to just start, instead of reading everything about acting, I just need to read an actual story, you know?
Well, you're obviously doing something right. She's happy. She seems like a happy girl. So, all right, Buffy Anna says, what can your fans do to help you? What makes you feel most supported?
Everything you guys are already doing. When you guys comment on like Michelle and I's picture, or like our videos, and you guys just say you love like any of that stuff, like that just makes me feel like I'm doing something right. But honestly, everybody is so supportive already. I don't want to ask anything else of anybody. But
Good.
everyone's amazing, so I'm very thankful.
Well, I'm glad. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I know everybody's crying no. But I know it's not too late there. But I appreciate, again, for you coming on and doing this with me. Again, it was a great honor. I was probably in the middle of a panic attack beforehand.
The honor is all mine. The honor is all mine. I really appreciate you having me.
No problem. Well, guys, make sure you follow Andrew. And again, Andrew, thank you so much for coming on. Hi, Michelle. And bye, Michelle. And good luck to her as well. I know she's an inspiring designer, and I know we're going to see great things from both of you guys. So thank you again, Andrew. And everybody else, please make sure you go be naughty, go read lots of romance, cheesy, smutty books. And make sure you get your collection of Andrew covers.
Thank you so much, Ray.
Thank you, Andrew. Have a great evening.
Happy New Year.
Bye. You too. Bye-bye. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you absolutely loved it. I did not want to get off. I did not want to get off chat with him. I could talk to him all freaking night. But got my own family I got to take care of and everything like that. So love you guys so much. Again, go read your smutty books, go read your books, go have fun. Make sure you follow Andrew and Michelle Hertzberg. They're going to do some wonderful things. So make sure you go there. And don't forget, go be naughty.